Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today is Thursday, the 26th day of the month of Juno, and we have a new moon. So, but that doesn't matter because this reading is for whenever you find this video. So, let's see what message wants to come through today. The heat wave finally broke. I'm so happy. I'm closing the window though because there's traffic. Yeah, we had a heat wave the past few days. It was just awful and it was very uncomfortable, but we all stayed hunkered down in our air conditioning. And so we got through it. How are you? That's like on a, that's sort of on, I'm going to move this over a little bit because I'm building it on like a crease. And that's kind of uncomfortable for everybody. Okay. Doopy-doo. It's almost July. It's almost the month of Julius. Okay. And just because I always seem to need them, let's get that up above and below runes down. Okay, so the message that wants to come through today, for whenever you find this message and for whoever this message is for, the central issue today is represented by Berkana. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree. This has to do with beginnings and birth. So something is definitely becoming at this point in time for you. Either you are birthing yourself, like a rebirth kind of thing, or else you are bringing something through that is something new in the world that is being birthed. Leading up to this, we have Nauthiz. Nauthiz is the rune of need. The need rune is always means tend your needs. It's not reversed. It's not an absolute emergency, but it is something that you absolutely need to. Well, you absolutely needed to take on. It was a real need that has led to this birth. So, I mean, even if this was a baby birth, you can't ignore that. And so right now, everything is about this. So whether this is something that was a need that led to you becoming something that you weren't, something that more than what you were before, or whether this is a need that led to something being brought through that hasn't existed in the world before, or whether this is just basically the need to birth a thing. Either way, that's basically where we're at. This was something that had to be done. It's not an emergency, though. It wasn't an emergency. It was something that just needed to be done, like straight up. And so maybe not so much a baby birth, although for some of you it may have been. But that's kind of like an easy... like, okay, got to do this now. Okay, it's done. So, which generally doesn't apply to labor. But yeah, so here you are focusing very much on this new beginning. So this is a new beginning, something that needed to happen and now has happened because of the need that needed to happen. So what is going to help? We have Dagas, which is the rune of the breaking of the day. So this is huge. It's unignorable. What it is. So it's sort of like this is coming through in a blaze of like angels playing long horns coming out of the, those long horns that I sometimes know the name of, the big brassy, they're like trumpets, but not that you see in the old things. Anyway, big blazing thing with the angels with the horns and the sunbeams coming through the clouds, and just like, this is the breaking of the day. And what helps you is that fact, is that this is so big, this thing that's coming through, it's just being heralded, and it's just this blaze of light and light and color and air that weren't in the world before. And it's filling your entire field of vision. So it's not hard for you to focus on it because it's all you can focus on. But also it's giving you full illumination. You are able to see like the huge picture in this. This has become really profound for you. And because of this, and what's going to help you with that is, because of this and what is going to help is we have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift. This is an exchange. Given the magnitude of this that I'm seeing, this new beginning that's happening, I'm seeing this as maybe this is like for some of you, an agreement on the level of blueprint, like Akashic blueprint kind of thing, but also it's an exchange with the universe. It's sort of, this is something that you are doing where it is an exchange, like an energy exchange, but also like this is, you get this and you become this, and it's just this, it's a wonderful agreement with the universe kind of thing. Gebo is the rune of the gift. It always has to do with an exchange. It's agreements, decisions, goals, and plans. It can also be completion. This is something that you set yourself to do, to bring through, and you have. And the fact that you have completed this completion, that's one of the reasons that there's the great celebration coming through, like the great celebration going on. So it's something that you absolutely can't ignore anyway. And so that's something that's helping you with that, but it's like full illumination, it's light and air and color, and it's a completion of something that you'd been working on, and that this was, you know, it was a need in your life, and now you've begun this. You've birthed this. This is a new beginning and a new thing in the world. What isn't going to help is, now that you've birthed it, just to basically just do nothing. It's like, or to be cold to it, to be honest. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice. It's almost like resentment that it happened, even though it was all you wanted and all you needed. It was this thing you needed, you brought it through, and it's almost like you're looking at it with resentment. You're looking at it, you're sort of, you're like contracting and constricting and kind of going, you know, cold towards it. There's a temptation to do that because perhaps of the effort that it took to bring it through, or the fact that it's filling now your entire field of vision, and maybe there's a sense that you are no longer able to be independent. So we have, because of this, so we have Isa, which is the rune of ice. It's standstill, stillness, constriction, contraction. And then we have, beyond that, even what isn't helping even more is this worry about that you now no longer can be independent, because this is what your whole life is about now. So that's definitely what would drag you down in this situation, where, you know, that's not going to help you in this. Why don't you join the celebration? You know, this is something you've worked towards and you wanted to bring into the world. This is definitely something, whether it's something that you wanted to bring in or whether it was something you were forced to bring in, but that has served a need that was very much needed. Again, not an emergency, but something that was definitely a need in the world. And now that you've brought it through, there's great celebration, there's great illumination, and there's a completion to it. And there's, a whole new set of plans and goals that you now have, but it was also a completion of a plan of plans and goals that led up to this. So yeah, this is definitely a risk in terms of a temptation to feel resentment towards it, to shrink in it, like to contract in the face of it, and to worry about independence because now you are not, because you are, but you're not standing alone anymore. It's Algi's reversed. It's the Alk, it's the protection and support, but it's reversed in the lower line, which is inner, and it's you standing up. But you can't do that anymore because now you've got this. This is your whole life now at this moment. It doesn't say that it won't be in the future, but it's in this moment that. So again, bring yourself back up to, we're joining the celebration for this. And we are seeing this as, the fact that we did complete this. And this is something that is an exchange with the universe and is a great thing capitalized. What this is going to lead you to is we have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest and also time. You're very much going to be focused on the present moment, first of all, but second of all, you're going to be seeing the fruits of your labors every day with this. You're going to be getting nourishment and abundance from this sense of great abundance in the world and in your life. And that this is the time, this is the season in which you're going to take care of it. Whether this, however long this season lasts, this is your season for working with this. This is also a completion. So even if this wraps up, in just one step, that's there, and it's brought you great abundance, and it's brought you great nourishment, and it's bringing you into focus in the present moment, and it is a great and wonderful harvest that you have done, and that you can celebrate. You can continue to celebrate moving forward with this. It's a very interesting reading. So that is the message that wanted to come through today. I wish you all the best with this and great celebrations and all that. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.